Hello everyone, this is Calico Kate, and I hope your day is just going wonderfully. Thank you for stopping in. If it's your first time, welcome, and I'm glad you're here. If this is someplace you have visited often, I thank you for just coming back. Yesterday, I didn't have my phone all day. I couldn't videotape. So what does one do when they don't have their phone? Why didn't I have my phone? The glass front had cracked and was getting really rough when I scrolled up on my phone. So my husband went to Kirksville, and I was planning on going with him. And I woke up sick. I didn't sleep the night before. So he said he'd just take my phone. He had to get a CD renewed, and he's going to pick up some groceries and stuff like that. So what do? You know, I did just fine. First of all, I caught up on my journal. I'm not sure what I've shown you, so we're just going to pretend I haven't shown you much. Here is Saturday the 3rd, and here I wrote about it, and I think I showed y'all that. Then here is the 4th, and I just taped on so I had a flip of a writing where I did my writing, and I think I added to this. I did my nails Saturday night. I switched purses, you know, that kind of thing. Then Monday I did some videos, and I embroidered on some envelopes, which I've got a video coming up if I haven't done it already. I made grungy tags, and I've got a video, I think, coming up on that. I made wax seals that afternoon, and while I made the wax seals, I made some of these clusters with vellum old newspaper, and this was just a little thing I'd gotten in some store-bought stuff. And then, of course, I had tea. Here's my tea, my sweetener bag. You've got this. Obviously, I put too much glue in there, but that's okay. I'm not losing. There we go. And I've written about it. And now we come to yesterday. And I made these, and I'm going to show you more about those. He redid the CD. He got some groceries. I didn't have my phone. He picked up medicine for me at Walmart. I made these glassine bags, which I'll tell you more. And of course, I drank hot tea. Now, I don't only drink hot tea. I also drink flavored water, but yeah. And he got my medicine at Walmart. So now we're on today. I have reorganized and found these quite handy, and I thought I might put them in today's journal. But that's what I did yesterday when I didn't have a phone. Well, I did have an iPad, and I did have my laptop up here, so I watched videos. And I made these. I did it, yeah, Shabby Dabby Doodah, and mine never looked like hers. But these are the vellum clusters that she made, and I can't make one or two of everything. It's kind of like when I cook, I can't just cook for one. I just can't cook for two. So I made these. Now I had planned on stamping on them, and I did a few, but I didn't all of them, but I thought they turned out cute. Now what these would do is if you had a empty journal, which that's one I've got almost filled up. Let's find something. Where's my thoughts? These are the ideas I come up with for journals. Okay, so you know, these could go like this. They could go up here at the top. They could go on a pocket. I tried to make them fairly flat so that, you know, you could do anything. Shabby Dabby Doodah, Tina, made hers smaller so that hers could even, like this, just kind of be on the top. You could also make hidden paper clips, I guess, out of those if you wanted to. So I put this shoe on there. This I just tore out of, scrapbook paper. This is from all that ephemera I said I bought a package of. I think I bought it at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. This is just scrapbook paper, and I used vintage music. This was the inside of a fairy book. You know, they're different sizes. And just fun. So I did those. And there's a little clock that didn't come out. This is just a little vellum envelope. I put them in because I keep rearranging because I'm trying to come up with more space to craft. Then I also made these little clusters. All this are ideas from Shabby Dabby Doodah, not mine. But I made that one. I thought they turned out. This is my favorite thing to do. I love making ephemera. There's that with one of those words I had put on music. I think I showed just one time. Here's Little Girl, one of Tim Holtz's Little Girl. The girl is a loyal soul. I just think she's adorable. I just want to squeeze her and bring her home with me. Then there's that one. I tried to do them fairly shabby chic, just because that was the mood of the day. And that they just kind of, with the lace, lend themselves to that. That one said, just breathe. And again, I tried to keep them pretty simple. There's a couple with Tim Holtz paper dolls. Another one, You Are Enough, the little flower girl. And Victory Dance. And another one there. So there's those. And then I made these glassine bags. Now, I saw her make these and then couldn't find the video again. So I couldn't remember at all what she did with them, but I had the glassine bags. I needed to use up some little bags like these. And to me, you know, you could put a ticket, you could put a writing spot, you could put something inside it, and somebody could write in. It could kind of be like a hidden journal spot. I also tried to make them various colors. This is one of my favorites. Some of them I feel like I kind of got too busy. I don't know if I did or not. But, you know, it was something fun to do. It was relaxing to do. and I felt good. Now, in between all this, I brought up stuff like this little teapot. Isn't it precious? That was my grandmother's or great-grandma's. I keep a tube of lipstick and chapstick in there for when my lips are dry. I brought this up because it's pretty for the washi tape and double-sided tape I want to keep handy. I brought this up. These are my snippets of bling. I use a lot of bling. And cleaned out my washi tape. And I'll show you. Here's another one of those. And this is another favorite. And this was like the first one I did. I just thought it ended up pretty. As you know, I am trying to get into creative journaling. And I shouldn't say trying because I'm into it, but I don't have all the stuff. And that's okay, because when you start out, you don't need all this stuff. And I would say the people who have been doing it for a while would say they have more stuff than they actually need. Well, they have lots of washi tape. I don't have that much washi tape, but I have enough for now. Although, as I watch their videos of cleaning out their washi tape, Allison from AJ's Inspired Life, you guys have got to follow her. She is such a hoot. But she has all of this washi tape, and I watch her old videos too. And she was cleaning them out and some to give away. And pink is not her favorite color. And floral is not her favorite color. And she'd say, why do I have pink? Why do I have these flowers? I don't. It was funny because my favorite color is pink. And I love flowers. I mean, I do gobs of flower beds out in my yard and stuff. And I'll show you. So... but it got me thinking, and I also watched Messy Missy Creates. And Missy, I saw one where she was going through hers, trying to get it ready for January. I don't have a single January themed washi, and I'm okay. I'm okay. Well, if they can do it, I can do it. So I organized my washi. Now over here, you saw on my beginning clip, and that is the front. That's what I face. Somebody said that's their cockpit. I loved that term. And I had some washi that I keep out that are like the thinner ones, the ones I think I'll use more often. And these I just showed you are like keep going, stay strong, the camera, because I do try and use a camera each day I video. This is just alphabet. This is some stamps. This has some writing on it. And this one is on this little spool, and it's almost gone. I don't think it would even cover the top of a page yet. Well, when you don't know what you're doing, it's a problem. I probably started out with 10, maybe, rolls of washi tape, if that. I know I had the 2 bicycles, and why I have 2 bicycles, I don't know. I don't know. When Emerson learns to ride hers, maybe I'll use it a bunch. These I just got and haven't even opened them yet. Somebody who's good with washi, please tell me, do they last longer if they're unopened? Because I one time bought for $10 like 3 bags of washi tape from somebody at the marketplace, and the majority of them were stacked together, and I had to throw them away. So I've been kind of hesitant about washi tape in that way, but I think it was old when she sold it to me. Now these are pretty much all Tim Holtz, and they're also ones, some I haven't gotten out, but I have these as coupons, but they came in the box. This is just maps, and those of you that like to do prompts know maps come up a lot. This I really like because when I'm doing snippets, I can put those on my snippets and they're not too big. You know, yeah, I can do that. I have like this vintage piano and a crown, and I don't know what's under it. I'm sure other stuff, but I said I did my fingernails Saturday. I really need to do them again. I can't even get that undone right now. My fingers are kind of fumble fingers. I started chicken noodle soup this morning and did fine that way, but man, oh, there we go. I felt something. There we go. I'm not positive I'm even going the right way. And this is fairly old, but I have just recently used it, so I know it's not ruined. Okay. I'm just going to leave that out and work on that later. So this is my Tim Holtz washi. I've got stamps. You know, I've got plenty. I've got this measuring or little bit of stuff, and a lot of these can be used as like ephemera and stuff, you know, just to cut a little piece off, which I need because otherwise I tend to make my tags and stuff like that a little too thick. So then it gets too bumpy and it gets, you know, an alligator mouth. So this kind of stuff will help me, I hope, keep from doing that. This has a little more happier stuff. There's some that's pretty vintage looking, and I love vintage. There's a bird there. These are more what I see in other people's creative journal type things. And that's okay. You know, I've got some music. I've got, you know, all kinds of stuff in here. So that was another thing I did yesterday. Pardon my reach. Now I need to sew a bunch of bird claws for my nephew whose baby's coming. I need to make a blanket. Did I do any of that? Heck no. I played up here and organized, and I did my journals. Right now I keep up with my gratitude journal, my just daily writing journal, and my creative journal. And then I'm getting into planning too, only because I like decorating it. My phone was working fine. Look at this. See, I did do it. See, this has the crayon, an old camera, some old keys, an old sewing machine, and that's all of it. That's done. So what am I going to put that on? I am going to put that on some paper and then cut it up like a stamp. This morning I sharpened those old scissors. Thank you, Selena at Amore Fabrics. If you don't know Selena, you are missing out on a great person. Sorry for that noise. Let me, here, I'll put this down so it's not so clangy. And we'll put this camera down. And then I can cut these out as ephemera, like a stamp. Aren't I clever? And there. And there. Now I can cut these out and use them on a snippet roll, tags. That needs a little glue. Whatever I think. There we go. I got some stamps that go with that, or at least they have some of the same stuff. And then I'll just cut these up like a little tag. And if I sew one day, I could put this when I sew. Not if. There's no choice about if. I want to get those done because the baby's going to be here in February, and I'm not going to be able to send it in February. So I need to get it mailed. And we leave next Saturday. So, you know, it's not like I have forever. I love these scissors, Selena. I cut up this morning, I brought aluminum foil up or put it on the stairway last night when I thought of these scissors I had been meaning to sharpen. And these sharpened up really well. The other pair didn't sharpen up as well. But man, these working wonderfully. Would I use them on fabric? No. I have fabric pinking shears, but I will use them for that. Now I could put another couple stickers on those, couldn't I? And then I would have a few little stamps already made. How fun is that? And there's some more ephemera made. And like I said, I love making ephemera. I could easily, and if you watched my video, I'm not sure what day these are all getting posted, but if you watched my video on organizing my ephemera into tags and stuff, you know I like making it. And then I just have drawers and boxes and containers full of ephemera. But that's what I did on a day without a telephone. So fun, so fun. So we can do it without phone. I easily could. I found out, I mean, it was, now I did listen to some watch some videos. I did listen to a book on my iPad and on my laptop. So it wasn't like I was internet free. I could have been. I learned. So anyway, I hope this video finds you doing what you want to be doing today. If not, I hope it gave you a little company. I hope you always remember you have a purpose. Bye for now.